And without further ado, well, first of all, I wanted to say thank you for guys for all the support. I do mean that. We have pretty close to 550 subscribers now, and there might be a possible interview in the works right now. We'll see what happens with black pastel, dark pastel. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's dark pastel. No, black pastel. Sorry, black pastel. I want to make sure I said it right because I did screw it up before, and I want to make sure I did it right this time. And now let me do something real quick. Like right now, we're going to talk about thrash and other things along those lines when it comes to titles of music that are out there. So you might know some of these, you may not know some of them, but we'll see what happens, and maybe you'll find something new that you might enjoy. So I'm hoping that with this, that not only can I shed light on some bands that are fairly well known, some older bands that have been around for a while and are well known, and the ones that are not as well known, because without that we can't grow as far as you know having interesting bands out there that people may not know about. And it's funny, I see people out in public and I see the what more well-known band shirts that are out there, and a lot of people say that, and I should actually mention that I have my own YouTube channel, and that's the reason why is because the fact that not only do I want you to guys to get know some of the artists, but also know some of the people that are fairly new and need the help, unlike the big bands like Slipknot and Pantera and Metallica, all the big boys that need a System of a Down. Which actually there was a gentleman that actually had a System of a Down hoodie, and I saw somebody else with a Slipknot shirt. And I'm trying to remember some of the other ones. Oh, Ghost was another one I saw, and they're fairly well known. And actually, Ghost hasn't been around as long as some of the other bands that we're talking about, but it's like Sleep Token has gotten huge apparently, and I don't think they've been around that long. I mean, they've been around for a while. So I'd like to kind of, how you say, start by saying that check out, explore new songs. So I'm hoping I can bring that to you guys and maybe introduce some of those people to you guys so you can actually get to know them. Hello, how's it going? We're going to start our kind of a thrash style metal playlist for tonight. Hold on, I got my mouse in the wrong spot. So number 20 is Overkill, Eliminator, 1989. This track is about a desperate high velocity race against terminal diagnosis and structural failure, overdriven by a mechanical baseline that mimics the engine ready, oh, reclining under extreme load. Okay, I want to make sure I said that right. Enforced is number. Well, I guess it's all script on the numbers. I'll just say Enforced is the next one. Ultra Violence is 2023. Why am I streaming right now? What do you mean? That's what I usually do. 11:30. I usually always do that. It says Ultraviolence 2023. This song has detailed the chaotic, bone shattering impact of urban combat and high speed collision, utilizing aggressive modern crossover riffs that hit like a head on vehicular wreck. Dragon Force 22, which reminds me, Dragon Force has got a new person in their crew. It's Alyssa Glues, I think is how you say her, pronounce her last name, and she used to be on Arch Enemy, and she's also got her own band called Blue Medusa. So check both of those out. Um, Thank you, appreciate it. No, you're fine. Highway to Oblivion is the name of the song. 2019. So I'm hoping that with Alyssa being on Dragon Force, that'd be awesome. It'd be kind of interesting to see how that pans out for them. I think it'd be awesome because she's a phenomenal singer, and I got to see her live before, so check it out. This track explores futuristic hypervelocity escape across dis okay cosmic highway, matching the sci-fi speed concept with binding blast beats and lightning fast guitar duels. Razor is a speed Oh, Speed Merchants. I want to make sure I said that right. 1985. This song is a raw celebration of lawless street racing, mechanical dominance, and burning rubber, delivering a via primitive, unhinged Canadian speed metal riffing. So basically, it's about racing and stuff. It's kind of cool, or somewhat like that. Power Trip is our next one, which I've heard this song and I love this band. It's called Executioner's Tax, which I haven't seen them live yet, but I want to. This is from 2017. This track targets political corruption and an inevitable cost of systematic failure, delivering its payload through a heavy riff, mid tempo thrash groove that forces absolute acceleration. There you go. Municipal Waste is our next song. It's High Speed Steel 2022, right? This song is uninhabited. Oh, is an uninhabited, fast paced anthem dedicated to a metal fan velocity, dangerous road maneuvers, and generally high octane mosh pit fuel. There you go. And before I go too much further, I just want to say, like I said before, thanks again for the subscribers that are on there. And if you haven't yet subscribed, it doesn't cost anything to do, so why not try and add to the numbers? Because maybe we'll get to 600 here soon, because that'd be awesome. I would love to see that really quickly. That'd be really cool. But anyway, it takes a while sometimes. Maybe I'll get one major viral video that everybody will like, and who knows. Exciter is heavy metal maniac 20. Oh, this is 1983. The classical track depicts a late night fuel injected rush of adrenaline and heavy music worship, utilizing a loose speed tempo and laid groundwork for modern thrash metal. Do I like what? I hot dogs maybe, not other things. I'm not gonna say that. Yeah, I think you should be, but I'll be nice. I'll be good. I'm not going to do that to you. Thanks for trying to, yeah. Anyway, the next one is Havoc. Prepare for attack. 2011. What's that? Hot dogs. Yeah, hot dogs. You mean hot dogs, right? Mm-hmm. Uh, Prepare for attack. 2011. This song is warning signals of incoming ideology, warfare, sudden tactical ambush, matching the themes with sharp technical precision and rapid shifting speed metal anthems. Yeah, sure. Okay. Oh, okay, sure. Okay. Uh, Next one is Primal Fear, Running in the Dust, 1998. This track is a chronicle gritting post apocalyptic drag race through barren wastelands using power infused double bass chugging, anthematic soaring vocals, hooks, and conveying the struggle for survival. There you go. No, no, I did not. Nope, nope. Let's see here. What else? Now, see, I lost track. Veil is Thrasher the song is Thrasher, 2007. I know. Uh, 2007. This song acts as a direct sonic tribute to the violent momentum of thrash culture and terminal speed, packing intricate Bay Area styled downpicking patterns with mimic roar of an 8 V8 engine. There you go. The next one on the list is Agent Steel, Agents of Steel is the name of the song from 1985. This track combines aristocratical conspiracy theories of high velocity aerial pursuits, pursuing the speed envelope with piercing alien registered vocal shrieks. Okay, don't ask me. Frantic and treblio picking. I think I said that right. What? What is? I'm talking about a song. Anyway, Warbringer. Jeez. Where's the anyway? Enough of that. No, I'm not dealing with that. Number 32 is Riot V, Ride Hard, Live Free, 2014. This anthem is pure declaration of open road independence, high speed motorcycle touring, and metallic freedom, powered by razor sharp twin guitar harmonics that move into a neck breaking speed. There you go. Right? The next one on the list is Toxic Holocaust. Wild Dogs from 2011. This track depicts a dirty, mechanical, ravaged wasteland where predatory survivors, okay, race across radioactive blacktops, driven forward in a blackened radioactive speed punk rhythm. There you go. Halloween, Ride the Sky is 1985. This foundational track tracks a desperate, soaring escape from social constraints into a absolute celestial freedom, bending early German speed metal savagery with complex melodic layers. Fugitive, Blast Furnace 2020, oh, sorry, 2022. This song delivers a raw, bare bones assault detailing industrial decay and sudden physical demolition, sorry, hitting in a sudden nitrous oxide boost in a hazardous street race. There you go. Blind Guardian is the next one, which reminds me, Guardian reminds me of a game called Guild Wars, and they actually have a class called the Guardian class, which is kind of cool. And they're coming up with a third one. And actually, I don't know if any of you guys played Guild Wars 2 or the original Guild Wars, but yeah, I've played before, so maybe later on I can play with some of you guys. Who knows? Banished from Sanctuary is the name of the song. 1989. This track details religious exile and historical betrayals of pushing the narrative forward via frantic, galloping rhythms and relentless European speed metal drumming patterns. Vio Legacy, Eternal Nightmares, 1988. This song plunges into a psychosocial horror of sleeping paralysis and racing through executed through a chaotic maze of overlapping hyper accelerated thrash riffs. Gamma Ray is the next one from it's number, well, I forgot. The numbers are all screwed up. Man with a Mission from 1985. This track is a cosmic Voyager's high-speed quest through galaxy to save humanity's returning blinding power metal double beats, time beats, and bright soaring guitar leads. Creator is Pleasure to Kill is the name of the song from 1986. This timeless classic is a terrifying exploration of an unstoppable, incarcerated killer's bloodlust, setting the absolute benchmark for pure thrash metal ferocity, moving at a punishing breakneck tempo. There you go. And let me see here. We got our tour dates. If you guys are wanting to check out some of the bands that I mentioned here, please feel free to check out their concerts and help support them because I'm sure they would love and appreciate it. I try to do that for the bands, whether they're new, old, or whatever, that I have on my list as much as I can, you know. So I usually kind of give you a kind of a ballpark when they're going to be in town. Crater, but the thing is, bands in towns is usually the best place to go look. Crater is the name of the band. Tour dates, tour name is the Clash of the Titans North American Tour. They're going to be in Chicago, Denver, New York, Los Angeles, and Toronto between June 15th and July 12th of this year. Municipal Waste and Sacred Reich are going to be there. The album they're going to have on there is Hate Uber Allies, I guess is how you say it. Maybe. Okay. Anyway, band is Enforced. Pure War Over North America is in Austin, Richmond, Philadelphia, Cleveland, and Seattle, July 2nd through the 28th. And Fugitive and Final Gasp is the bands that are supporting him. War Remains. Overkill is the other band on my list. That's on tour. Scorched Earth campaign. They're going to be in Atlanta, Houston, Phoenix, San Francisco, and Detroit. And most of all these will be in other places too, not just the ones I. This is just kind of a short list. August 5th through the 30th. Havoc and Heathen is the name of the groups, I think. Heathen, I think how you say it. And the album is Scourged. Dragon Force is going to be on tour. Warp Speed Core Tour. Dallas, Minneapolis, Boston, Montreal, and Vancouver from September 10th to October 4th, which I'm going to have to talk to somebody about this. Supporting acts is Power Glove, which is kind of interesting. That sounds like Nintendo, right? Nintendo Power Glove, the gamers out there. Warp Speed Warriors is the album. Warbringer, Weapons of Thrash Destruction. They're gonna be in Las Vegas, Salt Lake City, Portland, and Chicago, October 15th through the November 8th. The supporting is Evil. Weapons of Tomorrow is the album I guess they're going to be having on there. And so Bands in Town probably has a little more detailed list than what I have here. But this gives you an idea when they're going to be here, and they might be in your area, especially if they're either in the United States or abroad. It seems like there are some. I know. Well, actually, most of these are U.S. tours this time. That's kind of interesting. Usually, I get a few international ones as well, so it's hard to say. So that reminds me, Dragon Force is going to be in probably maybe in Denver, and I so know somebody that really likes Alyssa a lot. So I have a feeling we're probably going to be watching Dragon Force regardless. And also when she does her tour with her own band called Blue Medusa. So check them out. It'd be kind of awesome. It kind of reminds me of some other people that have their own bands and also in other bands because I think they just finished up their tour. I think they just finished up their last tour date. And I think they started either in Colorado Springs or that was their second date on their tour from the Lords of Acid with Carla as their new Acid Queen. And I'm trying to think of anything else. Oh, and also maybe, just maybe, I might have a interview with a band, or at least maybe one or two people in the band. I don't know. I'll have to work things out. I haven't gotten a hold of them yet, but I know some of this kind of in touch with them. That they're from Colorado Springs and they are really new and they just got things going with their album, which is awesome, called Black Pastel. So when you hear that name and you see it on YouTube or Spotify, go check them out. Type them in. I don't know if they've even uploaded anything yet. This is how new they are. I know they've been working on it. They probably have to do all the whole thing with the different people in the band, get everything's ready to go so they can do it. They'll probably play local shows, I'm assuming, here in Colorado. So you might not see them on a worldwide tour or even in the United States right away. Maybe in a couple years when they have enough time in their under their belt and a little probably revenue coming in from the shows that they have produced, which most bands do. It's kind of like Stitched Apart. I saw a video with their tour bus and they had a little small like RV style thing. It's not really a tour bus. It's a little smaller and a camper trailer type thing on the back. And I'm sure they rented that. Just kind of like Living Dead Girl and Owls and Aliens. They had some pretty small vehicles, so they're not super huge. And I think Raven doesn't have a huge vehicle either. I think it's more of a kind of a fairly decent size. I don't know what they call those. They're kind of like a truck, but they're not a truck. Kind of like a moving van, but only more of a living area. So, and I think one time they were actually, I think Stitched Apart had a bus. I think is what it was. Not a bus, but like I don't know. It's like, or it was a van. Maybe it's a van. That's what it was. But anyway, so that's the kind of things that they have to put that money into is a vehicle to get around in, for repairs and all this other stuff and pay their bills and also other things. So when you go to these shows, please do your best if you can. I mean, I know sometimes the shirt prices are getting a little bit higher, but it helps the bands out. So I'm sure they would greatly appreciate that, or the albums and things like that, along with the ticket sales. And I still don't know if they, they get a certain percentage of like the sales from the venues for like food and drink and stuff like that that they have there. I'm sure they might. Hopefully they do, because if not, that'd be kind of not very good for them. Because I think that would help them out tremendously. Because a lot of people do buy quite a bit of that stuff while they're in concerts, I would assume. Um, so don't forget to thank all the people, the bartenders, everybody, down to the security, everybody, the ticket people. Tell them thanks for doing what you guys do. Without you guys, we wouldn't have a great show. And I appreciate them tremendously, especially when COVID hit. That was like the worst thing ever. And I felt bad for all those people. And a lot of bands that actually tried to put in a general fund, I think, to help some of those people out that were out of work because of that, because they didn't have any shows going on. So they were doing live things for them, so that way they'd have some money going in. So I thought that was kind of cool. So I appreciate them. Yep. What do you say, right? There you go. I like that. Doctor Who, what with? Oh gosh. Yeah, okay. Did you make a new profile or something? Oh god. Please don't tell me I think that's who I think it is. Are you who I think you are? The who, what, when, why, where, and how? Or no, this, that, and oh, never mind. It's a different person. Never mind. I thought maybe you were somebody I know because he always says I say this, that, and the other. So, it's a general term. It's like, one of those things. So, what the? Oh, yeah, I got 20 some minutes. I just want to make sure I'm on here for at least 15 minutes or a little bit longer, but I try not to keep it over 15 if I can or too long, but sometimes it does run over, especially if you guys have questions. And I have a lot of people that usually hang out afterwards when I'm talking about some of the tours and we talk about music and stuff like that. So, yeah, if you want to, that'd be awesome when I get an interview. We could always talk about some questions that you guys might have and maybe kind of do a general topic to get it started. Who are you? What band are you playing? What projects are you working on currently? Who influenced you? Things like that. I still have to come up with that, but just so you know, I mean, then we kind of go into we'll kind of bounce off each other. I think that would be the most interesting topic or conversation of all. I think, when they say something, I say, "Oh, that reminds me of this," that kind of stuff. Kind of reminds me of like the late night talk show. That's what it's all about. So there you go. So thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for being a part and supporting the channel. And thank you for hanging in there with me until the very end because that means a lot to me. Even if you don't get an interview ever, guess what? You got some great new music on playlists and songs that relate to certain topics. So go check out some of the other videos. It's really great because I've got all kinds of different songs, even one with a dog, I think. Oh, no, no, it was a dog and a parrot. Yeah, there's one I had some obscure uh, ways of doing music, and there was even one of Ned Flanders metal. Go figure. They dress up as Flanders. Then there's Neeker Goblin, of course, which they got some good stuff, and also Max Sabbath, which they played Max. Sorry to say Mac. Black Sabbath songs only. They're dressed as Ronald McDonald and all the characters from McDonald's, which is crazy. I'm surprised they could legally do that because they're kind of combining two different things. Black Sabbath, maybe I can see, but the McDonald's thing, I don't know. That's a good question. I wonder if they had to ask permission to do that or not. Who knows? I mean, they're not exactly like the characters, but who knows? That'd be a good question. If I ever get an interview with them, I would love to ask that. How did you guys find like a loophole or something? Maybe. Well, they could. I think you can do it legally depending on how you do it. I could be wrong, but who knows? Unlike music, and hopefully later on, if I got money coming in, I will have, hopefully, maybe if there's a way of doing it, a legal license to stream some of the songs that I talk about on the channel. But I got to have some revenue coming in order to do that because I'm sure it's not cheap. I'm sure it's going to be pretty pricey. That's my guess because you're paying the artists for their music when I do it, is what it boils down to. or the record companies is who owns the right, whoever owns the rights, basically. So thanks again. Take care. You guys have a wonderful night. And don't forget to headbang, like, and subscribe to the channel. Because without you guys, the voice of metal yourselves and me and everybody else in between, yeah, we wouldn't have a great metal channel and also great metal bands. Thanks for watching. Take care. And I'll see you next week on Friday and Saturday, hopefully. If nothing goes wrong, like this week, it was kind of a little hairy. But thanks for watching. Take care. And you have a wonderful night.